Now you can hear me, right? There we go. So it turns out when OBS updates, if you don't pay attention to the changes in the buttons, you end up muting yourself and talking into your own ear. And then nobody hears you but yourself, and you think you're crazy. And that's cool. But anyway, hi, hello, welcome in. This is Wagworks GA. I'm Jeff. I'm trying a new calm start. By the way, hey Fallen, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope Frankie is getting some rest if he needs it, but it would always be awesome to see him. Yeah, how you doing tonight? Wait, you can't all actually hear me, right? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's fine. It's fine. So this is Wagworks GA. I'm Jeff. You can also call me Wags, hence the Wagworks, or at least part of it. The G is G for Jeff in my name, and the A is for Ashley, who is my partner and wife and co-creator for kids comics. So we work on some smaller educational comics, or really kind of just fun comics with like little bits of educational info in them for kids grades kindergarten through 5th. We do that with some awesome creator friends as part of a group we call CoreToons, and I know I've talked about CoreToons before. But you can always check us out, our Substack. I'm just going to do the command, even though it's going to pop. The bot will probably pop it in a minute, like a few minutes here. But yeah, so we have a Substack, but we're also a digital magazine, which is pretty cool. And if you want to see our most recent issue, we were for a while selling kind of like subscriptions for classrooms and stuff like that. But we've now, since we're looking at changing formats, we're finishing out the year of subscriptions, but we are sharing some of our issues as we release them. So if you want to see the one that we just released in April, which is, this month, earlier this month, that is, you can check it out here. So that's lovereading.co/Coretoons/Tribune-April-2026, all lowercase. You don't have to overpronounce the P in April like I did. That was weird. But it's cool. It's a digital format magazine, so you've got some animations, you've got links to YouTube videos. There's a time lapse of the comic that I did there, which is much faster than watching all the streams where I worked on it, honestly. There's also a link to an interview I did with our month's feature, Cesar Lador, who is just an awesome human, who's also an incredible artist. Like his watercolor work is incredible. Honestly, if you look at the magazine for anything, go to the feature pages on Cesar, because he's great. Cesar's just great. And he's got books coming out here May, June. Milo and Jones, they're kids' graphic novels. He's the artist for them. They've been out in New Zealand for a while now, and they're actually making their North America debut this summer. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, Cesar is awesome. CoreToons is awesome. Yeah, here we are. It's April 16th. I know what day it is. It's right there. It's behind me. There we go. Anyway, it's April 16th, and we're halfway through this month, which is basically a blitz on getting our D&D group illustration out. That's what I'm working on tonight. That's what I worked on the previous night. We're getting there. We're almost through the third, or we're starting on kind of like the third-ish row. There's 4 total rows of characters, but the third and fourth rows are a little more sparse. So really we're in the back half easily, kind of, I would say, approaching the 2/3 done mark on all the characters. It's 23 characters, so it's not small is what I'm saying, but we're almost there. I'm trying to finish that up this month. May 1st, Games Done Quick will release the initial games list for Awesome Games Done Quick, or Summer Games Done Quick, 2026. That is their summer speedrunning marathon, which will be benefiting Doctors Without Borders. And I have been, over the last several years, trying as much as I can to create some special like piece illustration as a prize donation. The way it works there is, the prize blocks align up with the games that are being played usually, and if you donate a certain amount, during that time, you're entered to win any of the prizes that are in that block. So I've done them for the last, I've only missed one event in the last maybe 3 years. So we're getting there. I want to say like 24. January 24 was the first event that I had art in. I think. Yeah, at any rate, so I'm trying to do that. When the games list comes out, I will be going over it. I will be making my selection for the piece that I'm going to do, figuring out what format I want. We've done some pretty cool stuff. We did the mugs, we did the blanket, which was awesome and so snuggly. We did the beach towel, which is similarly snuggly, and I've gotten a bit more use out of in Florida. Ashley printed one for me as well, which was really cool. Yeah, we've done some good stuff. And I'm trying to think of new fun ideas. I had a lot of fun doing the cut paper for this April CoreToons cover. So I'm trying to figure out what I could do creatively there, or if it's quite at the level that I want. Oh, I should show. There's actually a really amazing like Disney. Well, they do more than just Disney art, but they do Disney art as well. Cut paper artists that we found. We've seen them at Festival of the Arts and also at the Disney Art Museum, Disney Art Store, Art of Disney store in Disney Springs here in Orlando. We live in Orlando, by the way. That's where I'm at. But anyway, it's incredible. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not that level yet, but I'm trying to figure out what I could do along those lines as well. But around May 1st, within a few days of that, I'm going to be picking up my piece and my format and just jumping in. Because the goal then is to be done by, if not June 1st, within the first few days of June, to submit to the prize coordinator. And if they give a thumbs up, then I can get everything printed, created, what have you, shipped here so I can quality check it first, which we kind of been a little bit, you know, lacking in our QC department, perhaps. But we'll be doing that. And then I can ship it off and it'll be there for the start of the event, which is July 5th. It kicks off, it's live, it's in Minneapolis, if you want to be there and attend in person. But also, of course, it's here on twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. It's a 24-hour-a-day, 7 days long marathon, and it's beautiful, and you should check it out. That's about it. CoreToons is going to be a little bit different for our next issue. We're doing all activities, and we have an activity that we're going to be kind of throwing in there as well, that we've already done, but we may do some new stuff. We'll see. We're trying to figure that part out. But we probably won't see a whole lot of CoreToons, at least until the Games Done Quick piece is done, or unless it becomes absolutely urgent that I work on it on a stream night, in which case we'll then see it come out. But that's the schedule. It's going to be basically D&D illustration this month, and Games Done Quick piece next month, and then June opens up. We'll be having CoreToons to do for our back to school issue. We'll be doing, I would love to get some Disney art done. That would be fun, and we'll just kind of see what we feel like doing. It's been interesting. This year I've had a pretty good idea of what I'm working on well in advance for a while now, which has been nice, but maybe there's room for spontaneity too. We have our big 3-year streamiversary coming up July 3rd. I have no idea what I'm doing or if I'm even going to be able to schedule anything in particular outside of a usual stream. I would like to do something special for it. So 3-year streamiversary coming up as well. All right. So that's all the announcements I think I have. Oh, one more thing. If you happen to watch our YouTube videos at all, or watch the recordings of the streams on YouTube, I finally stopped being lazy. At least stopped being as lazy as I had been. And now, dear viewers, the videos include timestamps, so you can actually see when I'm doing this and just kind of rambling, versus when I'm working on art, versus when we're on break, versus warm up and all that. Anyway, it's all there. It's beautiful, right? So you can actually skip around in those videos if that's your preferred way of watching these. By the way, hi YouTube, nice to see you. Thanks. This is a message from the past if you're watching on YouTube. Sadly, I haven't started multi-streaming yet. But anyway, I think that's enough yapping. And we're just going to go ahead and hop into warm-up. So, warm-up means that We're taking 5 minutes to do a quick Pokemon fusion drawing. That's what we've been kind of grooving on. Who am I? That's what we've been running with for the last like 6 months now. Well, it's been a while. It's been pretty fun, and so far nothing too terrifying in my opinion, and a few really cool ones. So I'm quite pleased with it. So we're gonna hop over into Art View real quick here. Excuse me. Beep. There we go. And of course, how can we do warm up without our handy dandy random Pokemon website? This is a great, fun website, by the way, with a lot of flexibility for how you do stuff. The number of Pokemon you pick, a lot of good ways to limit the various types of stages of evolution, regions, all that, all the good stuff. So it's a good one. I like it. It's just randompokemon.com. And I'm going to plug them even though I'm not officially affiliated with them or unofficially in any way whatsoever. So let's go ahead and see what we get. I don't know why I'm laughing so much at that. Okay. Oh, that's fun. We got kind of like a fire and ice situation going. I did accidentally double click it. Okay. Tricky. Should we do 2? We can do 2. We could do a double situation. I'm okay with that. So it's 5 minutes. Let me go ahead and pull this down while I get reference ready. Okay. So for our first 2, we've got ye old Flareon, one of the original 151 Pokemon. And we've got Dolliv, one of the ones from new introductions in Scarlet and Violet. Obviously a grass type. Definitely not creepy. Actually, not really creepy, kind of cute. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some layer labeling is what I was going for there. Hey, Chirpy, what's up? How's it going? Sorry, I didn't see you. Hope I didn't leave you unacknowledged too long there. Yeah, what's up? How you doing tonight? Flareon reference. I'll go ahead and do this. It's good to see you early in stream tonight. I hope you're having a good day so far. Have you ever had one of those days, y'all, where you can't really point to any one thing or specific factor? Heading to a festival? What kind of a festival? But you can't really point to any one factor, but the day just it seems like it's been utter chaos. You have no idea why. It just feels like it's flown by. Just kind of in the blink of an eye. Just a cool one. I like cool festivals. Cool festivals are cool. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and get started on warm up. So just a refresher, it's a 5-minute timer. This is really just a sketch working on fusing these two together. It's to kind of get me warmed up and thinking about like get my brain going in art mode after I've been sitting at a day job most of the day / parenting all of the day. Yeah, so it's not going to be finished. And we'll probably go ahead and jump into a second one after this one since I accidentally generated 2 and I was interested in both of them. For 3 days. Wait. That's pretty awesome. Is it like a music festival? Renaissance festival? Celtic festival? Those are the 3 types of festivals that come to mind. I'm sure there's lots of other festivals. Like, actually, right now in Italy, yeah, it's. I don't know if you have been here for that. Yeah, it's. So what I was thinking of is, the Bologna Children's Book Fair. It's actually the biggest book fair in the entire world, if I'm not mistaken. At least this is what I have heard. And it is in Italy. And Bologna, I'm not great with my Italian geography. So it's actually basically if you start heading down from into the very upper of the bootleg, it's kind of right in the middle. It's actually, I'm probably going to regret saying this, it's actually kind of the Orlando of Italy. If you compare Italy and Florida in shape, if you make a very, very rough approximation, Bologna is just a little bit north of where like Orlando would be. Just a random normal one with music and food. I mean, honestly, what more can you ask for if you've got music and food? That's all that I ask for, honestly. Mostly. No, music and food. I think that pretty much does it. All right. I'm sorry, I got totally distracted. But you're welcome to do the warm-up with me if you would like to, even if you're just drawing on a napkin. It's fun. You don't have to do the Pokemon. You can draw whatever you want. If you haven't drawn all day, why not spend 5 minutes? It's enriching. You will feel enriched when it's done. I guarantee it. Not that I have anything to back that up. But I am going to go ahead and start the 5-minute timer now, and I can continue yapping as I do that. So, drawing go. I don't know. All right. So I do feel like we want to take this really large alien doll head and do something with it. Is it gonna look great on a Flareon body? Absolutely not. So we're gonna need to do something a little more. We're gonna work a little bit with the bipedal kind of body. So we got this head. We're gonna give it that nice big, actually the mane kind of goes up and back. So we're gonna do that. So it's gonna have the mane. We'll give it a little more volume to it. I think we'll actually keep this kind of robe dress-like thing, but I think what we want to do is actually give it like that fur mane type of thing going on with it to line it. Hey Glitchin' Arts, how's it going? Welcome on in. I don't know how well I can draw in a car. You're watching in a car? Well, thank you. I appreciate your dedication. But yeah, Glitchy, how you doing tonight? Welcome on in. I'm just doing a warm-up here for fun. This is kind of one of my mods recommended we do this, and we've been working on these Pokemon Fusion warm-ups for I got 6 months now, just kind of randomly picking two and seeing what we get. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit alienized if I'm not careful, which I guess that could be cool, or it could be freaky, depending on what your situation is. Okay, I'm not sure I'm liking this anymore. Yeah, so it's been really a good challenge. For a while I was just picking a random Pokemon and drawing like an illustration of it, like in its own pose. I tended to draw them like sleeping, which was, pretty cute. Actually, I need to move these eyes down is what I think needs to happen. That will give it a little bit cuter look. Maybe. But when you start combining them, you made him watch. I appreciate your zealous endorsement. I definitely appreciate it. So what if we do something like that? We'll keep the leaves there. And then maybe have like this little, almost like a flower, flame flower coming out the top. Yeah, when you have to combine them though, it really forces you to think about shape and form and function, which is something I virtually never did before. And doing it now, it's interesting, honestly. You know what? This almost went horribly wrong, but now I'm really glad that I did this one. Gotta use more brain power and fun. Yeah, it's been a really good exercise, and I think it pushes you to think in different ways and kind of grow. Okay, this is a really good basis. I don't even know how much time I have left on the timer here. Just a minute, just under a minute. So this is okay. What else should it have? I think, should we have a tail? Maybe like add that little bit of a tail there. So we can probably come in and start actually darkening our penciling a little. Oh, give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. We're all onto you. We know you can do it. We know you're talented. You can't fool us. Trust me, if I can do this, you got this. Okay, well that's timer now that I've just drawn the single creepy face. So we're gonna stick with that and have nightmares together. It's cool. Oh, I can't forget my favorite part of doing this whole mashup exercise is we need to name our Eldritch creation by mashing up the two names together, of course. I mean, I think it's as easy in parts as like figuring out what your favorite parts of each one are that you want to include. Yeah, so Flareon plus Dolliv equal... Okay, I mean, it could be as simple as Flariv. That's not as exciting to me. Dollion, but that makes me think it should be more Eevee-like. So it's gotta be something... Flawliv. Yes, you know what? Why not? Flawliv. There we go. I mean, I recommend it. I mean, style exercises are so great for learning and for growing, and especially if you're trying to capture a certain element of a style, they're, it's the best. But I think silly exercises are ones that make you kind of think a little bit, are great. I actually got to watch a webinar with Ian McKeag, who is he did a lot of concept design, especially for like Phantom Menace, so for Star Wars stuff, right? Yeah, well, there's a quick one you can do. This is what I was actually getting to, that Ian McKeag showed like in the webinar, and what you do. Now he did his with a bunch. You could just do one to keep it brief, but so what you do is you could just do one, but you draw 6, however many ovals, right? Oval-ish shapes, and then as quick as you can, you draw 3 lines on each. So you just do kind of however you're not being precious about it. You're just kind of doing it. And then from here, you might already see where this is going. From here, you now pick each one, you go in, and you can kind of turn it into a face. So, you know, it helps to think about this character. Who are they? What do they want? That kind of thing. So, like, you see, the exercise is taking what's on the page and scaring yourself. No, I'm... but yeah, taking what's on the page and kind of working with it to turn it into something interesting, and finding your personality, finding the personality in it, finding the energy in it, and going from there. And you can see, even with basically the same premise, you can come up with a lot of interesting stuff. All right, I'm gonna stop with this soon. Oh yeah, I love the blob thing. That is such a good exercise as well. And if you've got other people there, what's fun is you have other people draw the blobs, and then you try to work with them to give yourself a little extra challenge. But yeah, it's the blob thing is a lot of fun. Anyway, that's another different good warm up that you can do. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I do think it's so much fun doing those kinds of exercises with other people as well. I'm gonna save Dolliv right here. Give me a second. Gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do a second one because I accidentally generated 2 sets of random Pokemon, and I like both of them, both sets. So I'm gonna do them both. Bonus warm up time tonight. There's the 16th. Okay, there you go. Bring out our second one. And for our second one, this was the one that was a little bit like of the fire and ice situation. So we drew Weavile and Magby. So I'm gonna pull those references real quick, but just wanted to review real quick what we got. And apparently also see how many times I can say real quick in a short span of time to annoy everyone. You know what I'm gonna do? I feel like I left the navigator window up last time and it was messing with stuff when I was... There we go. Okay. All right, what do I want to do next? It's Magby, right? Yes. Here you go, mashup done. Perfect. Sometimes I feel like it really could just be that easy, but I'm trying to push myself a little bit more. Nice. Well, have fun. I will. Have a happy listening and enjoy your silly Minecraft. That's good times. If oh man, if Lily of the Valley comes in, you two should chat because she also loves to do Minecraft map packed for Minecraft. Oh my god, I just sounded so old. She also likes to play the Minecrafts. All right, so warm up round 2. Go. I know that like neither of you are probably doing this, and that's fine. I don't know why I'm so like everyone do it. That's apparently just me. I was really late to the Minecraft party, honestly. In fact, it was only in the last few years that I started playing with my kids. But man, I totally get it now. So, do I want that kind of like more... The problem, what's interesting about these is they have 2 very different shape languages, and I'm trying to reconcile. But what they do share in common is a rounded bottom of the face. So I'm going to start there because that's a common element. Now, what can we do? Both have, like, there's a snout here. So, but then what we can do is add a little bit of that. Oh, that almost makes it bear-like. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Sometimes when I get one of these that starts coming out really well, I wonder if this is what it feels like to work in like at you know, the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, and like, is this what it's like coming up with new Pokemon? Just the size there. Oh, nice. That's a good catch. Thank you. At his food and music festival. Their food and music festival, sorry. How do I say? I don't know why I default to that sometimes. Oh, this is fun. This is coming out really interesting. We'll do a single tail like Magby, but make it one of the kind of leaf-like ones from Weavile. Oh, this is interesting. I like this a lot. Oh, nice. So you also composed the music for the map packs? That's super cool. Okay, just gotta draw legs now before the timer runs out. So something like that. I'll erase this because obviously these are connected. Da, 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 da. Interesting. Okay. I had no idea what I was expecting when I started this one. It wasn't necessarily this, but I'm actually really happy with how this one came out. How fun. I wonder if doing the other warm-up first actually helped this one be better. I kind of feel like it might have. Okay. More music in general, practice more music in general. So do you do, is it all composition like digital, or what do you play / compose in? Oh, okay. So it like, you like swap out textures, like the actual textures and music files that Minecraft would usually load. It thinks it's loading all the same stuff, but you've actually swapped out what's actually in the data for those things, so that it loads up and looks and sounds different, even though it's still mechanically the same. Is that kind of how it is? Because that seems really cool. All right, last part. We give it a name. Now we could call it Magile, Mavile. No, I don't like that. No. But I do think the first one that actually made me chuckle, I already think is what I want to go with. Which is just very simply Weeby. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Weeby. Perfect. It just fits. Nice. Congratulations. That is probably quite helpful to the festival going experience. And again, this is the, oh my gosh, I know date and time. At some point, I'm going to figure out what I want to do with this growing library of Pokemon fusions that I've created. It's weird to explain without getting into the full limits, without saying it's modding with limits. Okay, I mean, I get it. That makes sense. I come from like a little bit of a programming background. I'm not well, I program as part of my job, but my degree is not in programming. My degree is in meteorology, but I do mostly Python these days. Used to be very Fortran heavy. All right, so as you can see, I'm closing down what I'm doing. I'm not super wild about these, so I'm gonna let these guys disappear into the digital ether. That's always a very helpful thing, to not have to use your own money to buy stuff. All right, so this is actually the main piece that we are warming up to work on tonight. As you can see, this has been penciled for a while, and now I'm just going in row by row, character by character, and basically filling it all in. I'm trying to get this done this month, which I think I can do. The decks are pretty well clear to do so. So yeah, this is our library, which I love that our library has a D&D campaign. It's been awesome. And this is the crew that finished our second campaign, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Oh, nice. Percussion in real life. that was like when I was in school and they had the percussion program. Like everybody wanted to be in, but that was like they limited it by making sure people had to have piano experience. Yeah, so this particular library campaign is great because it's a drop-in, drop-out campaign. It's open to everyone. They run with like 25 slots per class, and even at that, they'll kind of, as long as they can fit you at the table, they'll try. And a lot of folks are getting their first exposure, and including me. I'm in the third campaign with them that I've done with them. I started at the beginning, so this is my third campaign, but this was my first D&D experience. Even though I've done other D&D like things, like played other D&D like games throughout my life, this was my first one, and it's been great. Like, so many people get introduced to it, and it's a great way for them to learn and have fun. But it's massive. It's massive. So this is 23 characters if you count like this teapot familiar and the wolf and these fey spirits that are actually tiny farm animals and the skeleton familiar. So it's 23 in total. I kind of divvied it up into essentially 4 rows. I completed the first 2 rows, and now I'm working my way back around across this row up here. The wolf I will do with the druid, who is partner. We'll go partner. So we're working our way through. It's nice to look at this and see more done than not done at this point. Similar to Python. I haven't heard of GD script. Okay. Yeah, well, I think that's one of the cool things about Minecraft is it's even even if you just take out of the box vanilla Minecraft, there's so much room for creativity. And then seeing what happens when you start doing modding or limited mod or data packs and stuff like that, seeing what people come up with, it's so cool. Like, and it's such a good way to get into more and to learning those things. Like, there's so much to do. I love it. It's so cool. All right, so I'm not yet done with this Tiefling Cleric, and that is who we'll be working on tonight, at least for the next little bit. I've gotten a lot of the shading done, so I'm working largely on finishing out the shading there and getting into highlights, and then once that's done, I'll be inking probably the 2 Paladins will be next in line, I think. So I'm just gonna label a couple layers that I was too lazy to label earlier. I do a lot of work on this while just sitting like on the sofa. So I don't have access to a keyboard. So I've gotten really bad about labeling my layers. So now that I've got a keyboard plugged in, I'm trying to be really good about doing this. You know what's kind of funny is realizing just how I'm going to clear out some of these guys so I have room to focus on the character I'm working on. We have a lot of druids. Druid is a very popular class, apparently. Because I think even in this, I have 2 druids. Then there's a third one that was done over here. The polar bear was also a druid, so I think of all the classes that are available, druid is definitely the most prominent. Only name your folders, but you make a lot of folders, so it's not too bad. That's good. Yeah, as long as you can tell. Like, I think it's about leaving that trail of breadcrumbs for yourself to follow back and be like, okay, I know what this was. Because, yeah, I also have, like, for example, all of my characters I have a whole folder that's the characters, and then each character is a subfolder. But in addition to all that, like, I do try to label within, but I can tell within a character folder, I can tell pretty quickly what's pencils, what's inks, what's flat colors, what's shadows, and all that. What always blows me away is seeing the people who work and have like 100 plus layers for a single character, where they've really come in and individual body parts are their own layers. At some point for our CoreToons group work, I'm probably going to start doing some VTuber like stuff. I've started a little bit on that road, and so I've started working on getting layers in for individual body parts and stuff like that, but I'm not quite there yet. I don't know. I like to tell myself that it makes a big difference labeling all the layers, but honestly, it just depends on your working style, right? Like, for some people, that amount of organization is not worth the effort. Now, for a lot of my usual work, I like to just work with hard kind of cell shading lines. For this D&D work, though, I've been trying to do a little bit more rendered, so I'll start out with my hard shadows, and I've been coming in and softening them with just a blending tool, which helps. Oh, yeah, ping tubers. Can I ask what you're using to do your rigging for your VTuber? This eye, other eye. You know what? Again, everybody's system, as long as it works for them, is fine. It's funny because, you know, I'm used to it in my day job when you do stuff, having to be able to hand it off to somebody else and have them know, you know, what's what. But that's never going to be the case with my art, so I'm not sure why I'm quite so precise with it. I guess it makes me feel perhaps more organized, and I guess also since, you know, it's not my day job to work on art, and I could be not coming back to a piece for days or weeks or even months sometimes, it's like leaving myself a little bit of a note so I don't get lost. So wait, with ping tubers, I've done like one, and I use like Vieto tube. I've used on it to animate it. Mine was really simple. Like, I only had basically folders for the eyes and the mouth, because like Vieto tube also, it's just 4 images that you give it, and that's it. Okay, Live 2D. Yeah, that's what I've been looking at when I've played around with VTuber type stuff, but I just haven't quite gotten there. I did find a really great VTuber artist who offers like a free sample file for people to use to like understand how you're supposed to put the files together, and that's been really helpful. Although I haven't returned to it for a while. But I think it'd be fun. I've thought about the idea of adding, like, doing some VTuber streams here, but also it takes time to set that kind of thing up, and I don't have a lot of that. Wait, do either of you guys stream? Because if you do, I would love to follow you and check that out. Also, I did just want to note, I always have link sharing on until someone gives me a reason to turn it off. And therefore, if you have anything you'd like to share of your artwork, please feel free to do so. I like this to be kind of a little bit of a art studio community vibe. You stream? Okay. Well, hey, I should be following you. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix the fact that I'm not. Just a moment. Excellent. Fixed. Well, I'll have to come by and check out your stream sometime. And Chirpy, okay. What, have I not been following you, Chirpy? My gosh. What is wrong with me? How rude. How rude. So sorry. I have fixed it. Well, I will have to come check you guys out. Absolutely. I will give you a fair bit of warning that when I do so, I will probably just be lurking, because I will either be on my phone during my workday if you are a daytime streamer, or I will likely be like doing dishes at night, chores or something like that, or doing art and having it on in the background and not super actively attending to it. I feel like I need to give that disclaimer so people know that I'm not just being an antisocial jerk. Saturday? Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Well, I won't ask anything about it now. I'll just try to drop in, if, depending on what our family schedule allows, and see. Especially if you're surprising your chat. So, do you mainly stream art, both of you? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I try to be a very lurk positive stream in general. Usually I'm just happy if people want to hang out and share the time, even if they don't have much to say. Main streams are art and Minecraft. Wait, Chirpy, you need more drawings? For what? Are you saying from Glitch? Actually, I should bring this down a little bit. I don't want to lose those shadows entirely. Okay, almost there. There's a lot of shadows on this one. Well, I love watching art and Minecraft categories, so I will have to watch your streams. He needs to draw more. You know what I feel like I need to do more of is roll out channel point incentives. But you could always do that, right? Like do Minecraft, but like make chat, well, not make, allow chat to get you to do more art by meeting an incentive. Excuse me. Oh, that's fun. So you have them do stuff to your ping tuber for the bald, and then make you do push-ups and squats. I need to do sound alerts. Man, there's so much I want to do for my channel. I just haven't been able to invest as much time in it as I'd like. You make him do a lot of push-ups. And he has to, you have to make the cooldown timer longer. Oh, man, chat, just abusing the streamer. So rude. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'll be fair, I've always kind of decided like this stream is for fun. I would probably still be doing it if nobody was watching. Although I do like sharing and having people stop by. I don't know about you guys. Do you also get like a lot of other artists in your chat? For some reason, I didn't expect it when I started streaming. I had no idea what to expect, but almost everybody who comes by is an artist. And I think that's like the coolest thing, to be able to just get in chat and share. 19 minutes. Chirpy, how many push-ups did you make him do? Make them do. I'm sorry. I keep assuming, and I shouldn't do that. I apologize for that. How many push-ups did you make Glitch do to make them raise the cooldown that much? Not chat, just me. Okay. As you can see, my chat is not super bustling, but most of the time when someone comes by, it turns out they're also an artist, which I think is cool. Every time they came off cooldown, I had to do that. As you can see, I have not done anything aside from have the default point redeems right now. Oh, so much. I want to add, I think the first thing that I'll probably end up adding on point redeems is some sound alerts just for fun. But I haven't 100% figured out what I want to do with those yet, so I should probably do that. Ideally, I would figure this out and roll it out by July, which is my my 3-year stream anniversary, and basically my 1-year affiliate versary. if you celebrate that. You don't get anyone besides your 2 friends. There are the emote redeems. I also need to fill out all my emotes still. I haven't done that yet either. I'm slowly getting there. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, it is a very rewarding feeling, honestly. I was really fortunate. I think mine came right around my 2-year anniversary. And I thought I still had a ways to go on all the goals, so I was definitely not expecting it when it hit, and it was really cool. Just I feel like, hey, look, I finally did it. I finally got somewhere. We have basic emotes and got some cheer. Yeah, I just have that. I have a handful of them. But I definitely need to make some more. What I should probably do is commission some. But it always feels like the, we don't need to buy art out. We've got art at home type of feeling. But also realizing like when I do, when I use my art time, I don't often plan to use it on emotes. I've done a few streams working on them. The animated one was fun. That hold up, where is it? Hey, how's it going tonight? Silver, how you doing? And Dadix, sorry, oh my gosh, what is happening to my brain right now? Hey, welcome Raiders. Hi. I apparently read chat completely in backwards order. Which I don't know why I did it that way, but welcome on in tonight. I hope you're having a good night. Project is good. We're getting there. I'm on the 3rd of 4 rows of characters, so it's 23. I can bring up everybody again. I finished the skeleton, even if its hand is a little wonky. We'll just say it was a tragic dungeon exploring accident. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is what I have left as well. Yes, it's a D&D campaign. This one's actually from our local library system. We have like a 20+ person campaign. So it's 23 characters and familiars in total that I was able to get information from the players to do this. So I've penciled everybody. The characters are all designed, and now it's just a matter of coloring and shading and inking, coloring and shading. But yeah, Daddix, how was your stream tonight? But yeah, what's funny is that no one asked me to do this. I just of my own free volition was like, yes, we need art of every single character. And I definitely am the person who should do this. I don't know why. Kind of a big swing. But it's been fun. And because it's such a big campaign, we don't do a lot of like character introductions, descriptions, role play. Like, so you don't, it's, you know, you're not as familiar with who else is around the table with you, the characters that they chose to be. So I really like that I kind of get to see them now a little bit. We have an incredible DM. He is the most amazing, patient person ever. And what's cool is that, you know, he knows that we have a lot of people who are first-time players. I mean, I was when I sat down at the table for our first campaign. You know, I played on like text-based games, like you know, like the predecessors to the MMOs, but like MUDs back in the day, which are super duper D&D based. Played a lot of the old Final Fantasies, especially number 1 is very much D&D coded. So I had a little familiarity, but I had not sat down and played at a table until the library's first campaign. So our DM knows that most people are first timers or are fairly new, and he just does a really good job. He's patient with us all and really helps us grow. He'll award extra XP when people like will get more into role play or do something really like show some really good strategy or creative problem solving. Like he's just awesome and very, very, very patient. Oh, nice. Redeem points for a doodle. Yeah. The 12. It's an inside joke, right? Yeah, absolutely. Well, go ahead and share. It's it is like fairly like PG-13. I'm trying to be a little more careful about it. Because most of the art that I do for like kids stuff kids comics is very very PG. I'm trying to be a little more cognizant, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, then go ahead. Link sharing should be on. So if you want to give me a link to it, I will pull it up in just a minute. You like to DM with friends a lot? I always reward them for working together. Okay, as long as it's censored, this where we can work with that. That's okay. Thank you for checking. Let the party have their own inner working if they fight too much or argue with them. That's really cool. Yeah, I have not been ready to take the big swing at DMing ever yet, but actually one of my kiddos DM'd their own several sessions and actually like started their own homebrew world. It was really cool to see what they were putting together and everything. But it seems great. Like I do love the dynamic of a good D&D table, and I think it'd be so rewarding as a DM just to see people enjoying, experiencing what you created. All right, let me bring this up. So we're gonna do a quick art share here. I will copy here. Just a moment. That was not it. Okay, I see this. I see the censorship. This is acceptable. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm almost there. Just another 20 minutes, guys. I swear. It's gonna be less than that. I promise. This looks like you had. This looks like it was a lot of fun to make. I like it. Hold up. Also, I love how you're like, it's a doodle. Like, this is... Alright, here's what we're talking about. Yeah, good night. Thanks for swinging by. It was really good talking with you. It's a serious canon event. Okay. Okay, understood. Understood and respected. But yeah, have a good night. Get some rest. And I just appreciate you coming by. Script. So what is the story with the eggs and the helicopters? And he laughed way too much at me. Honestly, I'm not sure there's a too much laughing when making something. If it's fun, that's perfect. So this is egg Daddix throwing eggs at helicopters. I mean, it's just fun. Like, I don't know. There's definitely you can tell when someone's had fun doing something, and it translates, and it just like it brings a piece to life. Also, I do love the expression. Absolutely. I'm trying as a dad. I'm trying so hard to avoid the obvious dad jokes and egg-based humor, but we'll just say it's real good. So what is the serious canon event that this is depicting? Context for egg, you're a bald VTuber, so the egg thing is just a... You know what? That didn't even occur to me. That's so funny. Because I think I've seen your VTuber icon, but that's so funny. Yeah, I'm so glad you stopped by, Chirpy. Hey, enjoy the festival. I hope you have a really good time. Not to tell you how to live your life, but I hope you really enjoy it. I hope it's good. And yeah, well, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Okay, I'm gonna hop back on over. Be careful. Oh man, Armored. Wait, they're up to Armored Core 6. I remember oh gosh, I am totally aging myself here. I remember the demo for the first Armored Core game for PlayStation 1. They came on like this disc that came with my PS1. Died 12 times trying to beat a tutorial. So question, are Armored Core games just that hard, or was there some like mechanic that was not really explained that made it easier once you understood it? Like I said, I played the demo and I feel like I remember the demo being fairly tough, but that is not extensive experience. All right, did I get all these blended? I think so. I think all my hard shadows are blended at this point. Do I want to add in a little bit more dark shadow? I might. Speaking of PlayStation 1, Cosmo Canyon, anyone? Okay. Gotcha. So it's like, okay, we had you like swim in the kiddie pool for a few minutes. Now here's the ocean. Go. It's always so interesting the way that different devs will handle that in terms of like how much they feel they should teach you. I know, like, and I don't know if this is interesting to anybody but me, but there's some really good videos. I think it's kind of become like this big, you know, pretty well, or maybe even overused example of like the Mega Man X, or 10 if you will. I would call it X because they did make an actual 10. Mega Man X, the intro level, and how like they use so much, like every little thing in that level is used to teach you how to play the game. And they do it without any like real hand holding. It's just like by kind of constraining your options and being careful about how they introduce stuff. Especially the exactly cool as the ocean during a hurricane. Yeah, that sounds miserable. But if you ever want to, it's really interesting. It was really eye-opening for me because I never thought about it as a player. But seeing them explain how like that, even that just like first level of a game teaches you like everything you need. It's really fascinating. And they actually have a good one. Like they talk about this too. This is something Nintendo does really well. Actually, I don't think I wanted to use the dark shadow there. Okay. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it's interesting when, as a player, you kind of get that curtain gets pulled back and you realize that someone has very intentionally been teaching you how to play their game all along. I have a lot of respect for it. I think it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I think there's some really good breakdown videos for Mega Man X, also for like Super Mario Brothers, even just one. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. Like a derust mode where you're just like, okay, just put me through the paces again, starting a little bit slowly so I can kind of relearn the game before I try to take on this like really hard boss that I had worked my way up to. Yeah. Especially as someone who doesn't get to game as much these days, I 100% agree with that. Like, boy, wouldn't it be nice if they gave you a chance to kind of work your way back in? So there you go, Daddix. If you just, approach a few developers, tell them to add a derust mode, they do it, and then somehow magically you're a millionaire. I haven't thought this process out all the way, but I feel like you should be rewarded for your idea. But like make it, concise enough that like you're not spending days relearning the game, but make it, gradual enough where you can kind of feel like you have that chance to derust and not just get thrown immediately into the thick of things. Okay, I think we're actually ready for highlights. This is exciting. This is good stuff. Cater to the 25 plus gamers with day jobs. Yes. Bless you. Well, what's really nice is the fact that I think it used to be that everyone was just like default games are just for kids. And now that we're, the original NES came out in 83, 84. And but there were Atari systems before that, but now we're seeing people who have gamed for the entirety of their life, who are now adults, who are now, if not retired, they're starting to see retirement in their next 10, 20 years. And it's cool. It's nice because I think you're seeing developers kind of cater to that a little bit and respect that, which is, again, cool. All right, let's start laying down some highlights here. And of course, these are going to be very rough because we will be smoothing them out later. Perhaps rough isn't the word, but rather just very sharp. I know I have a coworker, and we always have, when we chat, we always have really great gaming discussions, and the idea of not just about games, but the role that it takes in your life and how it changes how we interact with games changes as we have grown up and grown into adult life. I keep telling him he should start a Substack or a podcast or something, because he always has really good insights. And if he ever does, I will be absolutely sure to share with you here to go check it out. How shiny do I want to make the boots is my question. That's my question. Probably not too shiny. They'll be kind of the... Give just a little bit of a hint of some extra luster to them, but nothing too crazy. Hey Maxie, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Yeah, I hope you have a good night. How was, oh, Greg? Greg the horse? Greg the horse? You know, he's doing okay. Bless his heart. Not even bless his heart, actually. He came out pretty good. I can show you. I have it, you know, somewhere in here. I swear my organization is great. It's absolutely fantastic. But it's good. Yeah. How's your night going? There we are. There's Greg. Yeah, came out pretty good. Yeah, where is that? I know I had it on the... Was it on the sketch layer? Yep, there we go. Property of Greg. Absolutely, still there. Yeah, I was happy with this one. It came out all right. I was terrified at the prospect of drawing a horse at first, for sure. But honestly, he came out pretty good. Happy year of the horse to everybody. Yeah, thanks. It's so good to see you. That's good to see you for sure. Are you having a good night? I don't know why I trailed off so weirdly there. That was my brain. Apparently at 11:30, my brain's like, okay, what if I just like stopped for a second? And that's what that would look like. Nice. Doing pretty well, honestly. All things considered, we're doing all right. It's just been one of those busy times, right, where you kind of don't really know where the time went, but it's definitely gone. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? It's like not one thing in particular that just feels busy. It's just kind of like everything contributes to the feeling of time is just accelerating. That's it. That's the thought. All right. I think I've got all the hard highlights in. So I'll go ahead and start smoothing in some of this. You understand that? Yeah, it's good times. This is I don't know if I was working on this on the stream that you were here, but this is we have a library D&D campaign, which is kind of massive. It's 25 people, so I'm just working through. I offered to do a group illustration just for fun and get a feel for all the characters, and yeah, it's 23 characters total that I'm drawing. So I'm just working through. This is one of the 23. Honestly, this is our group's cleric, the Tiefling Cleric. which may be unexpected. But the player who plays this character is a very experienced D&D player, and that's really cool and quite helpful. And they bring a lot to the table with the character. It is a lot. It's been very fun, actually, though. Our DM is pretty spectacular. He, especially considering that a lot of folks are first timers, and we actually have kind of, it's a drop in, drop out campaign. We play every couple of weeks, so we actually have different people at the table a lot of times outside of like a core group. It's good. It's all good. Absolutely, yeah. I think what's kind of funny is because it's like an all ages campaign. You get, and it's at the library, you get a lot of parents there with their kids. Like I go, I'm there with one of our kids. And a lot of times what ends up happening is the kids all end up sitting, like instead of seating, like it's too many to do rolling initiative. So a lot of times he'll just go around the table based on seating order. Our DM will. And what's funny is a lot of the kids end up sitting at the beginning of the initiative order that way. So then also it's almost impossible to follow everything that's going on in the room. So what'll happen a lot of time is the kids will just like absolute chaos will be happening. And then like the parents, like the DM comes around and we're like, okay, what's going on? It's like, okay, well, this is on fire. That person is bleeding out. And I'm like, okay, all right. Council of Elders, time to swoop in. It's kind of funny. I think at one point we were just on a trail when the round started, and by the time it got to the adults, like it was a trail through a forest, and like half of the forest was on fire, literally. But I guess, is it really D&D if there's not fire involved? That's my question. It's fascinating to see how many people have a pyromaniac side that comes out strongly when playing D&D. Okay. That is... Can I quote that? Oh man, I wish I remembered how my own quote command worked better. Chaos is what makes free will free. That is incredible, Maxi, and I fully stand by that. Hold on a second. Okay. Got it. All right, did I get it? I feel like that didn't do it. Search, you lied to me. How dare you? Okay. So I have some of the quotes there. That was a good one. That was, yeah, from Fallen speaking to our mod, Frank. That's a good one. Okay, well, that's quote number 3. Hold on. What is... I'm just going to cycle through and see what we have. Oh, no. I can't believe I said that. That's terrible. Sorry, I'm just gonna be cycling through this for a second. Okay. Whoop. Quote 6. Did I actually add it? I'm just trying to see if I effectively added it. Okay. So clearly... Okay, hold on a second. I need to add this. Yes, I definitely... Number 8. Okay, anybody have a quote we can throw in for number 7 so that Maxie can be number 8? Oh, there, it's just quote at. Man, Copilot search. Why you gotta play me like that? Okay. It's just quote add. All right. All right. Yeah, I'll use that one first. Did that do it? All right. There we go. So now we will add quote number 8. So you got 7 and 8. Congratulations, Maxie, you are now forever enshrined in our quotes. You will always be remembered fondly for that. I mean, you're always also welcome to come hang out, so that's fine too. That's such a good quote. I like that one a lot. Quote 8. Bam. Love it. All right. I think I was doing some art or something before. I forget. Did I ever mention ADHD is good times? Yeah, sure is. All right, let's get a little bit more texture here. It's a big brush. All right, I feel like that looks sufficiently fluffy for now. We'll work with that. I can't believe I haven't used the quote tool more. Like, this is, we literally in my grad school lab had a like dozen or more page long quote list from stuff that came up in the lab, which we actually kind of continued into our my first professional job because I worked with several people that were in my graduate lab. I don't know why I haven't made more use of quotes. Now that I've actually added it myself, I shall endeavor to keep it going. I don't know why I felt like I needed to make that sound so formal. That was kind of obnoxious. That's true, yeah. Are you talking about like quotes, or is it like from like historical or famous people, or just like? I don't know. I mean, while I appreciate a good quote from, you know, history or from you know, pop culture, I feel like the quotes that I've always cared the most about are the ones that have come from like that are basically like the inside jokes in my friend groups. Like those are the ones that really always get the biggest reaction from me. 'Cause like, yes, absolutely a quote from anywhere can be inspirational, but I feel like when it's from a group of friends and you're there in the moment and you know exactly what it's talking about, and you have that kind of deep feeling for why it's so funny, it really brings something extra to the table. All right, let's see. We're almost done here. So, on the plus side, almost done with the highlights and this cleric. On the downside, I kind of thought I was going to finish this up in the first half stream. Although I did, to be fair, I did do a double warm-up tonight. So that was probably a part of it. I didn't start until like an hour ago on this. So that's probably a little bit to do with it. It's been really fun working more with textures on these D&D pieces, though. Like all the fabrics and the sheens and all that. Oh, well, I've just been shading, like adjusting shading and highlights on it. It was already colored and inked and all of that. I wish I could draw that fast to get this whole thing in an hour. But no, I'm not. I'm not there quite yet. Actually, like I did. So there's this group called the Sequential Artist Workshop, or SAW. They're awesome. They're actually based out of Gainesville, Florida, but they have programs there, but they also do stuff online. Every Friday night, they have an event called Friday Night Comics. I think it's something like 7 p.m. Eastern. It's all digital. It's on Zoom. You can't shade. What? I think you can. But what's so cool about it is they'll have like a short, like 10-15 minute presentation from someone in the world of comics or web comics, right? Everyone that I've seen has been great, and they'll usually focus on a specific element of things. And then it's like you just do your own like simple like four panel comic, one pager basically, and everyone just works, and it's kind of a hangout and work time, and then people start sharing. And I am not very fast. I'm not fast, especially at deciding what I'm going to draw. But then like seeing people like come in and like in 1 hour they're like, okay, I'm ready to share. And it's just like awesome comic, like really well done artistically. Like it's like you can follow the joke or the storyline through it. And then I'm still like, I have 4 stick figures and that's all I drew. Yeah. So I gotta say, yeah, shading is like one of my favorite things to do now. It's incredibly zen to me. You just kind of get in a rhythm with it. And yeah. Yeah, I really like it. If you ever want a challenge, or to see some awesome work, or just to learn a little bit more, Friday Night Comics is great. So yeah, like a lot of shading is just about shape, Maxi, right? So I'm not gonna soapbox lesson you, because you probably actually know much more than I know. I feel like anytime I try to like explain something to someone, I end up, being like that 5-year-old who's trying to lecture you about your job when you already know everything about it. So I'm not gonna do that. But if you want to shade, but want an easy way to get into it, you can start with thinking about shape, or even just think about it as a way to show what's in front of what, and just do like simple drop shadows to kind of give a feeling of what you want to push to the foreground and what you want to push in the background. And even just doing that and not blending them, but doing like cell shading, it works really well and adds that nice depth to everything. Oh, thanks. I think you know more than you realize. Okay, we've got our two paladins. They're just giving each other bunny ears here, but in our actual campaign, they were like casting curse on each other and setting each other on fire. It was really something, that's for sure. All right, so we'll turn this off. We'll do this one first then. Time to ink. But yeah, if you want to shade, or at least kind of start getting comfortable with it, just do really simple stuff and think about what's in front of what. And like, oops, hold a second. I was just labeling a layer over here. But like, it's, that's the wrong tool. Wow, this is an incredibly cursed image, but we're gonna work with it anyway. Just to show, like, if you really want to get into it, like, okay, I know, for example, that this head is gonna stick out from the shoulders. So I'm gonna add, what is this, like ambient occlusion is the name of the effect, but I'm gonna add this little drop shadow right here. Okay, so that makes sense. I know that this lip sticks out a little bit, so I'm gonna add a little one. The nose sticks out a bit, so I'm just gonna do that. And maybe, like, you know, recess the eyes a little bit. And already, just with that, you've got a feeling of depth. And if you want to, then you can start adding shape. Like, okay, the head's going to be a little bit round, so I'll add like a little bit of a shadow underneath here. I'm sure you already know all about light source, just vaguely trying to make sure you know which way the light's coming from. I don't usually do a second light source, but a kicker, like doing a light of the opposite color, can often be really helpful to add some dimension. Making those have a little bit in there, add a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you do. It's simple. It's just, and honestly, doing just that is all you need. And then if you want to start doing it, like, okay, well, this shadow is going to gradually blend in because it's not a super hard line. And this is going to show the roundness. So I'm going to blend that, blend a little bit, you know, along here. I can actually use a bigger one. This would be a little bit more gradual on top. This would be gradual down here. This is rounded on this side, but not as much on the other. Likewise here. Yeah, that's a really good way to do it. I used to do it more that way, where I would just take the flat color and saturate it and darken it for the shadow, and like desaturate it and lighten it for the highlights. But I got really indecisive about my flat colors at some point, and once I did that, I decided that I needed to be more flexible. So that's when I started using like multiply layers and soft light layers instead, and using kind of like a complementary color scheme. So I have like a little bit of yellow in my highlight, and I have a purple tinge to my shadow. And by doing that, I can swap out my base colors really easily. And it doesn't really change the shading. I don't have to do any work over again. But that's largely because of my indecisiveness. If you already know what you want to do and plan on sticking with it, you're in good shape with anything. So yeah, these are our 2 paladins in our party. Yeah, I never want to pressure people to do their art a certain way, but again, if it's something that you want to do, I think there's a few ways to do it and make it easier on yourself, and also leave things flexible for you to play around with other parts of the image without having to redo all your shadows and highlights. Yeah, these are our 2 paladins who spend a lot of time harming and pranking each other. What was interesting about these ones is some of the other characters gave me just a whole lot of detail about their character and their design. But these 2 gave me only their race and class. And that was all I've had to go on for the character design. And to that end, they're a little bit more generic. But that's okay too. The paladins' names? Yes. Especially this one, because it's the name is Amder, like Amder. And I kept on thinking I was getting it wrong. But that is indeed what they wrote down. I actually have a whole document that I built. Like, I passed around papers, getting everybody like to like asking everyone to share their info. So like, hold on a second, I think I have. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, this is like my whole list of all the characters. So I've got names, I've got race, class, and then whatever the player gave me for a description. But yeah, these two characters, it was just name, race, and class, and no other description. But other people gave me like several sentences, or even like this one, the Dwarven Bard. Not only did they give me one of the best descriptions, but they also gave me a sketch to show me some of the details, and that was really helpful. So yeah, I've every character in this campaign I have the name and info for, and that's how I went about doing all of this. I wish that I had been able to do all, like, have this complete at the very end of the campaign, but with everything that was going on, I kind of didn't have time for that. But I did have the sketch done, so I gave our DM the sketch, or everybody the sketch, and a list of all the players to go with it. Which was, yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. But I do very much look forward to finishing this. I plan on getting a actual, like, getting a big print for our DM, and doing smaller prints for everyone in the campaign in case they want it. Okay, so then the armor comes up here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was that compelled me, but I was very serious about doing this, and like, I'm gonna do this right. Even now, I'm like, man, why did you decide to do that for such a huge campaign? And nobody was asking for this. But I think because it's fun, and I'm just a very visual person, so it's a huge help for me to be able to see what all the characters, who they actually were. Hopefully everyone else feels similarly. Okay, so this would actually be more convex. Oh, fun. Okay. Man, I need to get on TikTok. I just haven't had, like, I don't really do a lot of social media. So I was like, a new system I have to, like, a new ecosystem to get involved in. Nope. So, alright, what happened there? But yes, I should say happy TikToking. I will see you in a bit. Anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap up in a little bit here, but seeing as that I just started inking, I'm happy to go for a little bit longer. I think I had it was I think there was like a hard shell attached over the top of like a glove like thing. So this is actually a softer material underneath on the hand armor with like jointed metal. Something like that. I feel like that's what I had in mind. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. All right, here's all this. Yep, I was gonna turn this one off so I can just see better. All right, cool. Okay, so hip armor goes there, hip armor goes there. Hey, we're back. Always good when OBS is like disconnected. It's a good time. Actually, what's the not like this? That's the not like this emote. Oh my god. One second. This is the one. Yeah, here we are. Am I doing it? Oh, not like this. There we are. We got it. Nailed it. I don't know what I was going for there, but I feel like I got it. Some high quality TV, folks. Dun, dun. Okay. Right, so this is like a belt, but then, yeah, there we go. That's a tangent. All right, there we go. Almost there. Okay, interesting. We seem to have had a rolling internet outage in our house. Exciting. Okay. That all seems good. So we do have a kiddo, you know, as I mentioned, with epilepsy. Oh boy. Yeah, it seems like all of our devices are just one by one disconnecting and reconnecting. Fascinating stuff. We have internet gremlins in this house. Oh boy. Am I still online here? All right, you know what? I think. All right, let's see. I was gonna wait for Maxi Boy to come back because I was happy with the progress I was making, but I'm having some concerns about our internet stability, so I'm not 100% certain how longer being online is gonna be viable for me this evening. As long as I'm still technically streaming, that's great. Okay. It looks like we're still good. As far as I can see, we haven't dropped. So that's nice. Okay. We can go for a little bit longer. I know I do actually need to get to bed at some point here, but all right, I should draw the rest of their leg. Very good. All right, let's see how we look without our pencils underneath. All right. Seem to be done with whatever weird rolling internet outage we just had. So that's nice. I appreciate that. So you'll be my reference layer. I can start laying down some flats here, I feel like. I think our paladins are going to be pretty matchy-match when it comes to colors. We're going to go, especially because they are paladins, even though they are paladins who sincerely enjoy setting each other on fire, we're going to give them largely knight in shining armor type details here. Actually, that might be the back of her hair there. It's fine. It's good. With all the metallic parts of the armor being this slight purple gray. Maybe a little bit. There's all that. Oh, actually, do something like that there. I will have to clean up a little bit because the fill lines didn't come in quite as I wanted. But yeah, we're doing very light colors, very knight in shining armor type imagery here. For our paladins. And then really all we have left to clean up is this tavern type thing. Since I used the red element here, we could do I could make them opposing colors, red and blue, just to kind of show a little bit of the antagonism. Actually, maybe I'll do the red like this, and then give them a gold trim. Yeah, I think I like that. And actually, I don't know why, but I feel like this needs to be either a black. No, that's gonna clash with the hair. I feel like I want this to be a green, and I don't really know why. Oh, we could do a deep red. Deep red will work. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I know there's not really a lot of color variation in here to mess with, to pull it out of harmony, but I feel like this harmonizes pretty well. It's obviously going to be all reflective metal elements. Okay, gosh, it's 1/4 and I've actually mostly done flats here on another character and inking, so we made up a lot of ground. Made up a lot of ground for where I thought we were falling behind. What is happening here? Hold on a second. All right. I am actually gonna call it. I don't know if Maxie is coming back. I hope so, but if not, either way, I do need to wrap it up. So, but we got a good little bit extra in here, and that's always nice. Let's hop back to our usual, just chatting, and I'll be like, hey. Well, hey everybody, thanks for coming by. This was a fun night. This was good times. We got a lot of ground covered. I've been enjoying this piece, and I'm really happy to see how it's coming along. We're doing pretty all right, honestly. Sorry, just setting up a monitor here for our kiddo. Okay, good. So, that's it for tonight. It's been fun. Thank you all for hanging out. We had a lot of different folks in. It's been really nice. I enjoy that a lot. So thanks everybody who came by. If you're watching the VOD, either on Twitch or YouTube, thank you also. It's an equally excellent way of supporting me. And if you feel so inclined, you can give me additional support by leaving a comment, leaving a like. Those are YouTube mainly. Subscribing to the channel on YouTube, following me here on Twitch. Or if you're feeling very generous, a subscription here on Twitch is great too. Never required or expected, always appreciated. In fact, any of it. I just enjoy getting to share with you. So if you just like are hanging out, lurking, that's cool too. I'm just glad to have this time with you. So really thank you. I will be back next Thursday night, if not sooner. I'm still working out a good time to do additional streams to make up for the ones that I'm missing. I owe you guys a couple of them for ones that I missed around the holidays. So my regular stream time is Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's all the United States here. Yeah, you can always count me there. I will try to put up a story on Twitch stories if I'm going to schedule an additional bonus stream. So we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, in general, you'll see me next week. That's pretty well a certainty. If not, I will likewise put up a story here on Twitch. I feel like that's the best way. Our social media and other places is kind of dead. So we'll just work with that. Yes, if you enjoyed the art you saw here, you can check out Ashley and my socials. We're WagWorksGA everywhere that we're present. I just mentioned we're not super active on our Instagram any longer, but you can see some of our older stuff there. We may, in theory, resurrect that someday. You can find full archives of all streams here on my YouTube channel, also WagWorksGA. Previous week's streams go up the Wednesday before the current week. So last week's stream went up yesterday at noon Eastern time. This stream will go up next Wednesday noon at Eastern time. And I have actually finally started time stamping those so you can skip around in those and see specific parts if you so desire. So hopefully that's a nice quality of life improvement for everybody. It makes me feel snazzy, honestly. But if you want to see more art, then go to our website, wagworksga.com. You can see my portfolio. Some of those pieces are illustrations that I've done for when we were doing more picture book work. You can see all of the Zodiac animals, including Greg the horse. You can see this D&D piece, as well as individual character zoom-ins from this D&D piece. as well as some slice of life comics that I've done along the way. You can check out, we've got a blog there, although we're not as active on the blog. The art is going to be the main action there. We also have a store, so you can check out some of the other stuff. So things that we've done as GDQ exclusives in the past, we now offer as you can order those as well from our shop. And we actually have the tote, the Chandelure tote, that was not part of any GDQ piece. It was just an illustration I did for fun, and that one is available as well. Yeah, so that's that. We didn't see him tonight, sadly, but Frank is our extraordinary mod. I'm gonna give him a shout out anyway. So yeah, Frank is awesome. He's fun. He's usually here in chat with us. And he's a great mod and a good friend. And I hope all is going well for him. So make sure to follow him, because when he does stream, not only does he do comics and art that are fun, he also does gaming a bit more. Also, of course, he has his Instagram where he hosts his comic, Loosey Goosey Comic. So that's Instagram.com/Loosey Goosey Comic. Feel free to check that out. Frank's it's fun. It's got such a good like Sunday funnies feel. It's really quite enjoyable. Yeah, I think that's all of the closing announcements. So I hope you all had a great time. I did. I'm clearly just now thinking about loading my stream ending animation, so that's why I'm stalling for time for a second. You never know I did it. It's been so much fun. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a great week. I will see you next time, and yeah, just take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye.